Hello, I'm Cypher, and in this video we're going to be doing a review of my most recent lesson in which we were playing that little sequence from REM's Everybody Hurts, and we're also going to be looking more at chords and a new song. So I'll be right back with all of that in just a moment. Hi, you're watching my 6-string journey, and in this channel I'm documenting my journey learning to play the electric guitar. So I'll review all of my lessons, my highs, my lows, my hurdles, the gear that I'm using, just about everything that is to do with learning to play this instrument. And today I'm going to be reviewing my most recent lesson. So this was lesson 18, which was undertaken on the 15th of April 2020. We are roughly 70 hours undertaken and we're on day 274. Now we're still in lockdown here in the UK, so this was another lesson that was done via Skype, and I missed my lesson 2 weeks ago, so I haven't actually had a lesson in 4 weeks. So I've been practicing that little riff from Everybody Hurts from REM. And I started off by going through that with Michael, and it was a complete and utter disaster. I just couldn't get my fingers working correctly, and we probably spent about 10 minutes going through, and it was really disappointing. Annoying that I can play it reasonably well without the camera running and without Michael in front of me, and as soon as it matters, it all goes wrong. But I've been working on that, and yep, that's coming together quite nicely. So this was working on getting my fretting fingers moving at the same time as picking individual strings. So I had explained to Michael that most of what I'd been doing was working on the chords, because obviously there was a big break between the two lessons, and struggling with the chords was really getting me down again, and I thought I really want to crack it. So I spent a lot of time, probably about half an hour a day, wherever possible, working on the chords. And the chords that I was working on was mainly the D and the G chord, and the C chord that I'm struggling with, and then the A minor and the E. And I went through all of those. So if I just go through them now, so we've got the D chord, which is reasonably okay. Then we got the G chord. So a little bit of an issue there. It's a little bit better. Then we got the C. There's still a little bit of work to do. Then we've got the A minor, the E, so I'm starting to get the chords a little bit better after having done an awful lot of work, changed a number of things and put in quite a bit of practice. So I said to Michael that I want to continue to try and work on these chords and to get them cleaner and cleaner. And I've got a special little way that I'm practicing them that I'm going to continue to work with. But Michael gave me another song, which is David Bowie's Heroes, that we're going to try playing. And that's going to be the main part of this particular lesson review. So the song is very straightforward. It's based around, or you start off with the D chord, just strummed out as a D chord. And we're playing that for 8 beats. Pretty mundane, but this is what it's all about. It's just practicing and getting the chords right. We then, using our anchor finger, which can be our ring finger, we then get our 4-finger G chord, pretty clean, and again we want that for 8 beats. Back to the D. Back to the G. So basically we're going D to G, D to G, and then we repeat that. So we go through all of that again. Repeat. So once we've actually played that sequence, the next sequence is to pick up the C, and we play that for 8 beats. Then across to the D. So 8 beats on the D. Then we want to go for the A minor, and this is just for 4 beats. Up to the E minor, back to the D for 8, then where it gets tricky we then want a C for 4, then the G for 4, and then we'll finish up with the D for 8. So the first part of the sequence is quite nice. We just D to G, D to G, D to G, D to G, and that's all 8 beats, and then it starts to get mixed up. So we go C for 8 beats, D for 8 beats, then we do A minor for 4, E minor for 4, D for 8, C for 4, G for 4, and then we finish up with 8 beats of D. Now as usual, if you want to follow along, I will put the music and the tabs on the Google Drive, so feel free to download that and follow along. But that's basically what we're doing. It's all just single beats. It's very boring, it's very mundane, but what we're doing is we're concentrating on our chord changes now, and we're throwing in quite a few chords here to practice as well. Now there is going to be a different strumming pattern, and once I've actually cracked the chord changes, then we will be moving into the strumming pattern as well. So this is very much the first stage in learning this particular song. So let me just take you through that one last time. So we start off with the D. Up to the G. Oops. D. Back to the G. Back to the D. G. Back to the D. Back to the G. Now we want a C. Back to the D. 4 on the A minor. E minor. Back to the D. C. Back to the G. And then the D. Now you'll probably notice that I do tend to pause when I'm moving to a new chord, and the main reason for that is I still want to make sure that, for instance, when I go from the D to the G, that I've got a clean chord. And again, there it isn't quite clean because I'm tempting to bring my ring finger over too close to the fret, and then I can't get my little finger underneath. So what I'm trying to do is to move from the D over to the G and have it sounding clean. And then when I get it clean, that is when I'll strum it out for 8. Then back to the D, and sometimes I'll just check. Back to the G, and then again I'll just check and make sure I've got it clean, which I did that time. Then we may go for the C. Now this one I do struggle with still at the moment. It's one of the new chords that I'm learning, so yeah, this one is a bit of a struggle at the moment. Okay, so when you get it, and the nice thing about this song is because you're playing primarily 8 beats on certainly the G and the C chord that I'm struggling with, it does mean that I'm holding my fingers in position for quite a while, which should help with the muscle memory. And that's again another reason why Heroes is a really good song to be working on at this stage, because as I said, it's picking up all of the chords that I'm working on at the moment. Because I'm playing 8 beats for a lot of the bars, it means I'm actually holding that position and I'm getting a clearer mental picture in my head of the shape. I'm also getting a better muscle memory for each time that I play the chord. So this is a really useful song to be learning. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of weeks. I have been practicing this for probably about an hour to an hour and a half following my lesson. So this isn't being recorded on Wednesday, it's being recorded at the weekend. So I have done a good hour and a half on practicing, and hopefully you can hear it starting to come together. In particular, one of the things that I've been practicing a lot is C on and off, just to see if I can get my fingers down a little bit quicker, moving from that the G chord to the C chord. Still a long way to go, but that's what I'm working on. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and please remember to subscribe to the channel. It's great for all of you that are supporting me. It's very much appreciated. So please hit that subscribe button, and that way you won't miss any more future videos I'm producing, and I'll be back with another one very soon. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye now.